Oh, your girl again. Oh, she got a grunt when she sit down. I needed some coffee. Welcome to my channel. So here's the deal. It's currently 12:42 in the morning and I am currently drinking some coffee. I have some stuff I have to get off my chest. I wrote a few things in my journal. When your spirit says no, listen. There are some things you think that you want for yourself, but God is trying to protect you from. Some things are just not for you because there's a bigger picture and a bigger purpose for you that you can't see. It might hurt right now to let go of things. You may not understand it right now, but trust the process because you will be so thankful certain things didn't work out. Trust your spirit. So I really want to talk about trusting, or at least learning how to being able to trust our spirit more often, because all of us have a spirit, all of us have an inner voice, all of us have something that nudges us when something's not right or when something is right, and we all know it. We all have heard the voice, we all have felt it before, we all know what that feels like. But there has been so many situations that you have ignored it, and it has put you in a situation or circumstances that was very hard to get out of. And that's okay, because 9 times out of 10 it made you stronger and you ended up learning from it. But you look back and you probably told yourself, like, I knew it, like I just knew. So I want us to get better at trusting it the first time we feel it. I'm not saying just throw things out the window just because you're scared or because of past things. No. But when you know something's not right, like, at least distance yourself from it and pray, or like just have some time alone so you can really like figure out what this feeling is coming from. And 9 times out of 10 it will eventually show. It'll come to light, whatever it is that you were feeling. There are things that you think that you want for yourself, whether it's a guy or a relationship that you want to work out, or I don't know, a certain car, a certain house, a certain job, a certain career, and you want it so bad, but for some reason it's just not working out. No matter what you do, it is not working out. It's not in your possession. Like, you don't have it. You haven't got whatever it is that you want. It's just not working out for you. And in that moment it feels so frustrating because you're like, I know this is what I want. I know that I like this person. I know that I love this person. I know that I'm attracted to this person. I know that they have all the attributes that I've been looking for, and I know that this specific thing is what I've been looking for, and it feels right, and it's what I want. And we just can't understand why it's not working out, because this is why. Sometimes the things that we think we want for ourselves are different from what God has for us. That doesn't take away from the fact that you want it. That's completely normal. There's going to be a lot of things in this world, in this life, that we want, or we think we want. Because I'm telling you, in this moment you might want it, but let some time pass by and let some things unfold, and you're going to realize, like, dang, I thought I knew what I wanted, but that's not really what I wanted, or that's not really what was meant for me. Because 100% of the time what's meant for you is always better than what you wanted or what you thought you wanted. It ends up being what you want, but it's in a completely different light than you could have ever even imagined. You know, sometimes we need to let go of the idea of like the things that we want for ourselves. And there's nothing wrong to have desires, but one thing that I've been really trying to practice lately is surrendering and letting life and letting God work how it's supposed to. Yes, we have to get up and work. We have to put our foot forward, and we have to try, and we have to make our actions align with our desires and who we are and the things that we speak about. But at the same time, it's only so much that we can do. We can't do but so much in a day, and a day is all we have. Right now is all we have. Tomorrow, the next minute is not promised. So it's only but so much we can do right now. So no matter what future plans we have, no matter the things that we want and the things that we have planned, we have to learn to find some type of surrender in that, and understand that although I have these plans and although I have these wants, I'm still surrendering and letting God work out whatever is meant for me, because that might be different than what I had planned. And that's okay. What's meant for me is going to be for me. and I want what's meant for me. Because if what's meant for me looks different than what I think I want right now, I'd much rather have that than what I think I want. Because that's meant for me. It ain't nothing else that's gonna make me feel like what's meant for me. And that goes for a relationship, that goes for career, that goes for purpose, that goes for anything that you could think of. Once you realize that something is not for you, let it go. If it is not for you, please, I'm begging you to let it go. If it is not for you, let it go. 3 words, so simple. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Don't try to hold on to it. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to press up against. That's what I talk about, surrendering. Surrendering is you letting yourself flow. You're letting yourself just be and go with the river, with the flow. If you're flowing down a river and you try to fight against that, do you know how much of a hard time you're going to have trying to climb back up that river? You're going to make it harder for yourself because you're fighting against something that's naturally supposed to happen. That's why I say surrender. Let it go. Do not try to hold on to something that's not yours, because nothing is ours. No person, no thing is ours. We don't possess anything. All we have is our bodies and our spirit. When we pass on, that's all. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing else we can take with us. We can't take no person with us. We can't take no house or no car or no money or no credit cards or debit cards or no cash or no necklaces or no. We can't take that. All we have is ourselves. So don't hold on to things that's not for you, because you don't own them. It's okay to let it go. You experienced that thing, you experienced that person, and you enjoyed it, or even if you didn't, whatever that experience was for you, let that be that experience. And when it's time up, when your spirit is saying let it go, when your spirit is saying no, this ain't right no more, this not for me. I thought it was for me, but this is not for me. I know it's not. It ain't no reason why I've lost my appetite. It ain't no reason why I have no drive to do the things that I used to love to do. It ain't no reason why I can't get out of bed in the morning because of a person or a thing that I'm holding on to that is taken away from my peace. It ain't no reason for that. You have to let it go. And that's going to bring me to my next point. Some of y'all probably going to ask, how do I know if something's not for me? I'm saying let it. If it's not for you, let it go. Okay, Leah, how do I know? And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I struggle with this, because sometimes it's hard for me to tell, because it's a constant battle with what my heart feels, and what my mind feels, and what my spirit feels. It's a battle. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know that spirit is always right. It's still hard because we're human, we're flawed, so we have errors. So we not like superficial. Like, there's no way we can fully know. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to practice trusting and listening to our spirit, right? But here are some key ways that you can know, or at least get a feeling of, if something's not for you. If it causes confusion, I'm not going to say it's not for you, but that's a huge sign that you need to pay close attention and try to figure out if whatever this is for me or not. Because if every time a person is around you, every time you think about a thing or a relationship or a friendship or a job, you're just so confused. You don't know what to do, because there's so many different components. There's so many different things that has done happened, things that's thrown you off, things that, you know, did make you feel good at a point in time, but it just causes so much confusion. I don't think that's meant for you. God does not want us to be confused. God wants us to understand. God wants us to know. He don't want us to be confused. Anything that makes you confused is 9 times out of 10 not from God. So that means it's not for you. And anything that costs you your peace, now that, I'm not letting up on that. That's a 100% factor for me. If it costs you your peace, that is not for you. If it costs you your peace, if it causes you to not have peace, if it causes you to lose your peace, and if you had peace before you met that thing or person, and that thing drove you to lose your peace, it is not for you. If you don't have peace right now, you need to evaluate a lot of things. Sometimes we don't have peace because of our own selves, because of our own thoughts, because of our own actions and bad habits, right? And that's okay. That means we need to reevaluate and figure out, what can I do to gain my peace back? But if you don't have peace because of a person or a thing, you have to understand there's some things you got to let go that's causing you to lose your peace. If it's causing you to be something that you're not, if it's making you feel like you have to change yourself and like shift out of your natural being, it's not for you. There are going to be some people or things that make us want to be better, that make us want that check ourselves, and that's one thing. But like, if it's making you change from who you naturally are, your natural self, it's not for you. You shouldn't have to feel like you have to change into another person or another thing to fit around or conform to somebody else and to make them comfortable or to feel comfortable. It's not for you. And if it's anything that takes you away from your passions, your goals, your life, or just you, it takes away from taking care of yourself, it's not for you. Because whatever's for you is going to encourage that. Whatever's for you is going to inspire you to do more. Whatever's for you is going to inspire you to keep being you. You're going to want to be you times 10, not minus 10, not minus 20, no, you should never be wrapped up in something or somebody to a point where you lost focus of you and the things that you had going on, ever. And if you do, it's not for you. It's not. So let it go. Let it go. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna sting. There are some things that I've let go a year ago, 2 years ago, and it still don't make sense. It still hurts me. I still cry about it. But guess what? I got my peace. Guess what? I'm not stressing about some of the things I was stressing about when I was trying to hold on to those things. It don't make sense yet, but I know it. One day it's going to make so much sense. And it probably already has, but just because I, got maybe some healing to do and stuff, I can't see all that God has done for me, or all that I have without that thing or without that person. So it already makes sense, but one day it's going to make so much more sense. And I would never be able to experience that if I never let go. I'd rather have my peace than have someone or something in my life. I'd rather have my peace. It might hurt, but I'd much rather have my peace. I don't want anything that's going to take away from my peace. I don't. And if it's taken away from my peace, that's when I know it's time to go. When it's taking my joy, when it's taking my happiness, when it's taking my smile, it's time to go. Your purpose, your destiny, your future story, your end story, whatever, the end of the rainbow, it might look different from what you envisioned, that you thought it was supposed to be. But when it comes, it's going to make so much sense to you. It's going to feel right. It's going to fit. It's going to feel so good. And I want all of you to understand that it's better to wait for that. It's better to understand, have faith, trust the process, surrender, and just go with the flow of life so that you can fall into what's meant for you, versus trying to fight against it and hold on to things that are not meant for you. Hold on to things that take away from your peace. Hold on to things that change you into something that you're not. All because you have this vision of what you want your life to be. You have this vision of what you think it's supposed to be. And that's okay. We all have those visions. I'm not saying trash that. I'm not saying ignore that. No, that's okay. We all have these. All I'm saying is don't get so consumed in that. Have that, but also understand that through that there's going to be some things that you have to let go of that you thought you wanted. There's going to be some things that you thought were meant for you that's not, and you have to let it go when it's time. And when your spirit tells you to let go. When your spirit tells you to let go, let go. When your spirit is telling you something, listen. Please listen. Okay? Because I want the best for you. I want the best for myself. And each one of you should want the best for yourself. We should all want the best for ourselves. And holding on to things that hurt us is not what we deserve. It's not the best of life. It's not how we should be living. It's okay to plan. It's okay to have a vision for yourself. That's beautiful. Bask in that. Enjoy that. But just remember that a day is going to come when you get whatever it is that's meant for you, or you find yourself deep in your path or your purpose or your calling or your destiny. It might look a little bit different than what you envisioned, but it's going to make so much sense. It might be in that area, but it's going to be something so much more and better than what you even thought or what you could have imagined. And when I say more and better, I don't mean so much riches and money and fame and nice things. Whatever it is, it's going to feel so much better than what any of those things could feel like. It might be the family, it might be the career, it might be the self-awareness that you have. It's going to feel like you're rich when you get that. When things that are meant for you come your way and it fits, when it just fits, it's going to feel better than being rich. There's no better feeling than being your best self and having that power within yourself. There's no better feeling than that. Somebody can be rich and be miserable. I had to stop what I was doing tonight and today, and I had to come and sit and talk to you guys for just a little bit, because that was really on my heart and on my mind and on my spirit. And what I say, when your spirit say something, you better listen. I'm telling you, you better listen. That's the end of the video, you guys. I love y'all so much, and I just want to say thank you to all the people that be supporting me. I'm stepping more into my purpose and the things that truly fuel my soul and my spirit and my heart. And even if that means less views, or you know, it ain't as lit, or the turn up videos or the whatever, like, that's okay, because I feel like this is my calling. So the ones that are still sticking beside me with these type of videos, or when I have an urge to you know, talk to y'all about stuff, I really appreciate it. But I know that these words or these messages are going to reach who they're supposed to reach. So it don't matter the views or the likes or the comments, because who it's supposed to reach is going to reach, you know. And that's all that I care about. This will be my first video of 2023. So happy New Year to everybody, and we're gonna have an amazing year, an abundant year, and I just love y'all so much. Heart of gold and melanin, that same strong kind of love, hold you down kind of love, that watch the way you talk to me and my kind of love. Respect is earned, but with me you're required, 'cause you're